Morning, First Baptist Church. This is a special announcement section with regards to COVID-19 crisis in our country. We want to be very grateful and thank the Lord for guiding us through this terrible period of disease. Now, by God's grace, our numbers have dropped considerably. We've managed to flatten the curve, as the epidemiologists will say. And now, therefore, the government is slowly lifting the MCO, and we too in church are anticipating a return to regular services. But this all has to be done in a gradual, controlled fashion. We're also cognizant of the fact that in many countries that have actually lifted, there's a second wave, and then people might anticipate having to come back again under MCO. Nevertheless, we have a plan, and in this announcement, we're going to outline our plan to you. Now, next week is the 12th of July. And this is the week where we're trying to run a pilot service. In this pilot service, we are going to invite ushers and leaders and all those people involved in the running of the church to come to church for a small worship meeting, which will be televised via live stream with our multimedia team. The reason why we're going to have this small gathering to test it out first is to make sure that we have all the details necessary to run a safe service, all the electronics, getting everything done. If things are well, then it is anticipated a further week later on the 19th will be our first official service where we return to church on one service. And perhaps after that will be two services, and perhaps even into August we might see a return of children to Sunday school. But all that is basically in the plan by the COVID-19 task force. It's not solidified. So every time I would like to advise all of us to come back to the FBC website and click on this special announcement section to keep us informed of when we're going to come back. Now, what we want to do is when we come back, we're going to have to follow the governmental Selangor guidelines, which is a Selaka software. You just, everywhere when you come to church, there will be the barcode on the walls of pillars of the parking lots or everywhere. So all you have to do is to click on that with your handphone, and so therefore you could just register your name, telephone number, and to declare whether you've been in contact with COVID-19 affected folk or traveled overseas, the usual questions that you ask to register you. This is a legal requirement. We have to do that. Then there will be people taking your temperature. So please cooperate. We will not let you enter the hall if you don't have your temperature taken. Have to wear a mask and practice social distancing. When you come back, you'll notice that we have already, our brother Andrew with the office team have already done a lot of hard work, and what they've done is that they've made sure that they've got select spots where you can actually sit, and all of them have practice social distancing, so at least 1-point-something meters apart. You must wear a mask, you must fill up the software, and you must sit at the designated spots. Now, we anticipate having in the main hall about 145 spaces, and in the Globe Cafe, which is a breakout room, would be another 50. So bring it up to about 185 or round about that number who can come to church. Now, this is far lower than our usual attendance in our church, so we recognize that. So you have to come and book. So what we have our services, the usual time at when we are at two services, we will let you know on the website. Brother John has created a software where we can actually do booking. So it's very important for you to book ahead as to when you're going to come, whether it's the 8:45 service or 11 or 12 o'clock service, whichever time, so that you won't be disappointed and have no seat to sit on. So please space yourself out among the various services when this does happen. So, you need to remember a few things. The government only allows Malaysian citizens to attend our services, and although you are a foreigner, we would love for you to come. Please continue to follow us on our website. We will be live streaming all services. Now, not everybody can come. So for those of you who can't come, we would continue to desire that you follow us on the live stream and let us worship together. Some of us will be here and some of us will be at home. If you're between 12 and 70 years of age, you can come, but you're outside those age ranges, you should stay at home. If you are a Malaysian citizen, you're coming to join us, you should bring your IC card because the authorities may come and check us. I don't have to remind you that if you do have flu-like symptoms or a fever, please, for the sake of your brethren, do not come. Stay at home, seek medical advice. All right, so let me just reiterate the end. Next week on the 12th, we're having a pilot service for invited leaders to test all this out. It is anticipated after that, if things go well, then on the 19th, we'll have a first proper service and you should need to go onto the website to book using the software. So we've been separated for so long. We miss all of you. I hope by God's grace that we will have an opportunity to renew fellowship face to face to the glory of God.